Over 60, 6 worst salty sauces you should never touch, and 6 low-sodium swaps. You absolutely need to try. Once you hit 60, your body starts reacting differently to the foods you eat, especially when it comes to sodium. Too much salt can silently wreak havoc. It can spike your blood pressure, put extra strain on your kidneys, and significantly raise your risk of stroke and heart disease. The tricky part? Sodium is everywhere, often hidden in the most unexpected places, and sauces are some of the biggest culprits. From soy sauce drizzled on takeout to jarred pasta sauces loaded with salt, these seemingly innocent condiments can quietly add up and harm your health over time. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up flavour. There are plenty of delicious, low-sodium alternatives that let you enjoy your favourite meals without overloading your system. In this guide, we'll break down 6 of the saltiest sauces you should avoid after 60 and pair each one with a healthier, low-sodium swap that you'll actually love. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? And which sauce seems to sneak onto your plate the most? 6. Worst salty sauces to avoid. Essayons précis. 1. Soy sauce. It might seem harmless, but soy sauce is one of the sneakiest sources of hidden sodium in your diet. Just 1 tablespoon contains around 900 millimoles of sodium. That's nearly half of the recommended daily limit for many adults. For anyone over 60, that amount of salt in a single splash can have a real impact. It can stiffen arteries, raise blood pressure, and even lead to uncomfortable swelling in your ankles. You might also notice next-day fatigue, headaches, or bloating if you pour freely or double dip, which is all too easy to do without thinking. What's worse, many people don't realize how quickly it adds up. A simple stir-fry or a few sushi rolls with extra soy sauce can push your sodium intake well past what your heart and kidneys can safely handle. Over time, these seemingly small amounts can contribute to long-term health risks like hypertension, stroke, and heart disease. If you love that salty, umami flavour, you don't have to give it up entirely. There are low-sodium alternatives like tamari or specially formulated reduced sodium soy sauces that let you keep the taste without overloading your system. You can also try sprinkling a bit of garlic, ginger, or citrus to enhance flavour naturally. Long-term impacts. Regular overconsumption of soy sauce can contribute to chronic high blood pressure, hypertension, increased risk of stroke, heart disease, and kidney strain. Its high sodium content can also interfere with bone health, as excess salt can increase calcium loss in urine, which may exacerbate osteoporosis risk, a particular concern for older adults. Hidden sugars and MSG. Some varieties of soy sauce contain added sugars or hydrolyzed vegetable protein, which includes small amounts of MSG. While MSG is generally recognized as safe, it can contribute to water retention or mild headaches in sensitive individuals, compounding the effects of sodium. How to reduce risk. Without losing flavour. Low-sodium tamari offers the familiar umami taste with far less sodium. Coconut aminos, naturally lower in sodium and slightly sweeter, which can allow you to use less. Flavour boosters, add garlic, ginger, citrus juice, sesame oil, or herbs to mimic the depth of flavour without relying entirely on soy sauce. Mindful pouring. Measure the sauce rather than pouring freely. Even half a tablespoon can provide flavour without overloading sodium. Loving these practical tips? Make sure to hit subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss smart, heart-friendly swaps that keep flavour high and sodium low. Your heart and your taste buds will thank you. 2. Teriyaki sauce. Sweet and salty might taste amazing together, but when it comes to teriyaki sauce, it's double trouble for your health, especially after 60. Most teriyaki sauces are built on a base of regular soy sauce, which is already loaded with sodium, and then sugar and thickeners are added to give it that glossy, sticky finish. The salt in teriyaki promotes water retention, which can lead to swelling in your hands, ankles and feet, while the sugar fuels inflammation, contributes to energy crashes and can spike blood sugar. After 60, changes in metabolism and insulin sensitivity make these effects even more pronounced, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes, fatigue and cardiovascular strain. Even a small amount, like a drizzle on a stir-fry, can add a significant load of sodium and sugar before you realise it. Try making your own quick teriyaki using low-sodium soy sauce, fresh ginger, garlic, a splash of orange juice or apple cider vinegar, and a touch of natural sweetener like stevia or honey. You get all the flavour without the hidden sodium and sugar overload. 3. Bottled barbecue sauce. That tangy, smoky kick you love on grilled chicken or ribs usually comes with a hidden health price tag. Store-bought barbecue sauces are often packed with high sodium, added sugars, frequently in the form of syrups, and preservatives to boost shelf life and flavour. The combination of salt and sugar does more than taste good. It tricks your body into retaining fluid and craving more food, which can lead to overeating. For someone over 60, the added sugars can stress blood sugar regulation, and preservatives may irritate a more sensitive gut, causing bloating or discomfort. Believe it or not, just 2 tablespoons on your plate can quietly blow a big chunk of your daily sodium limit, even before adding any sides or marinades. Opt for homemade barbecue sauces using low-sodium tomato paste, smoked paprika, apple cider vinegar, and natural sweeteners. You'll still get that tangy, smoky flavour without the extra sodium, sugar, or additives that weigh down your heart and kidneys. 4. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce might be your go-to umami booster, but it's sneakily salty even by the teaspoon. Most people pour more than they realise, whether it's into a marinade, salad dressing, or a Bloody Mary, and those tiny amounts add up fast. Beyond sodium, the vinegar, anchovy and spice blend can trigger reflux or irritate sensitive stomachs, which is a common concern for people over 60. Used daily, Worcestershire sauce can quietly contribute to higher blood pressure, swelling and added strain on the kidneys. Its complex flavour might make it irresistible, but moderation, or a smarter swap, is key to keeping your heart and digestive system happy. Try a homemade mix of low-sodium soy sauce, lemon juice and spices like smoked paprika, garlic and mustard. You get that savoury punch without overloading on sodium. 5. Jarred pasta sauce. That comforting jar of pasta sauce is convenient, but it can also be a stealth sodium bomb. Many store-bought sauces contain 700–1,000 milliliters of sodium per cup, and that's before you even salt your pasta water or sprinkle cheese on top. One cosy bowl of spaghetti can easily push your sodium intake dangerously high. To make matters trickier, some brands add sugar to balance the acidity of tomatoes, creating a double whammy of salt and sugar that can spike blood pressure and affect insulin sensitivity. Over time, regular consumption of these sauces can silently impact heart and kidney health, especially in older adults. Make your own pasta sauce using fresh tomatoes or canned no-salt added tomatoes, garlic, herbs, and a pinch of olive oil. You can control the sodium while keeping that comforting, rich flavour you love. 6. Oyster and fish. Sauce, oyster and other fish sauces pack an explosive punch of umami, but that flavour comes at a cost. They're extremely concentrated in sodium. A single teaspoon might seem tiny, but just a few glugs in a stir-fry can easily push you over your daily sodium limit. For those over 60, this can significantly raise blood pressure and stress your heart and kidneys. Use low-sodium fish sauces or make a quick mix of soy sauce, lime juice, garlic and a splash of anchovy paste. You'll preserve that deep, savoury umami without jeopardizing your health. 6 low-sodium swaps. you must try 1. Low sodium tamari or coconut aminos. Plus citrus. Craving that savoury umami flavour without the sodium overload. Low sodium tamari is your new best friend. For an even sweeter, naturally lower sodium option, coconut aminos delivers a gentle, caramel-like taste that pairs beautifully with most dishes. To boost flavour without adding extra salt, brighten it with fresh lemon or lime juice and layer in aromatics like grated ginger and minced garlic. These simple ingredients punch up taste, letting you use much less sauce overall while still getting that satisfying depth. When cooking, try diluting your tamari or coconut aminos 1.1 with water. It flavours your stir-fries or sautés without blasting sodium levels. Then finish with a tiny drizzle at the end for that final flavour pop. This technique keeps dishes vibrant and heart-friendly, making every bite taste indulgent without compromising health. 2. DIY teriyaki. Sauce. You don't have to give up teriyaki, you just need to take control of the ingredients. Whisk together low-sodium tamari, fresh grated ginger, minced garlic, a splash of orange juice or pineapple juice, and a teaspoon of honey or date paste for natural sweetness. Simmer gently until it thickens into that glossy, sticky consistency you love. The result? A homemade teriyaki sauce that's full of bold flavour but gentle on your blood pressure. Perfect for stir-fries, marinades, or even grilled vegetables. By making it yourself, you completely control the salt and sugar, so every bite is flavourful without the sodium shock that comes with store-bought versions. Make a batch and keep it in the fridge. It lasts about a week, making healthy, flavourful meals quick and easy. 3. Clean BBQ sauce at home. Love that tangy, smoky barbecue flavour, but worried about sodium and sugar? You can make a heart-friendly BBQ sauce right in your own kitchen, completely from scratch, and it's surprisingly easy. Start by stirring together tomato paste, rich and naturally flavourful, with apple cider vinegar for that signature tang. Add smoked paprika for depth, a dash of mustard, and onion and garlic powder to layer in aromatic complexity. For sweetness, skip refined sugar and try a small touch of molasses or a few pitted dates. They add body and a natural, rich sweetness. If the sauce is too thick for your liking, simply thin it with water until it reaches the perfect consistency for brushing on chicken, glazing vegetables, or even tossing with roasted tofu. The result? A smoky, tangy, and richly satisfying sauce that tastes indulgent but is way gentler on blood pressure than store-bought bottles. Plus, making it at home gives you full control over every ingredient, so you know exactly what's going onto your plate. Make a larger batch and store in the fridge for up to a week. It's ready to use whenever you need that barbecue flavour, without worrying about hidden sodium or added syrups. 4. Umami. Without Worcestershire. If you love the savoury, complex punch of Worcestershire sauce but want to protect your heart, there's a smarter way to get that deep umami flavour. Create a simple, low-sodium swap by mixing balsamic vinegar, a drop of molasses, Dijon mustard, and fresh or powdered garlic. These ingredients combine to give you tanginess, sweetness, and a rich, savoury foundation. For even more depth, add a pinch of mushroom powder or just a tiny bit of anchovy paste. You'll need far less than traditional Worcestershire to get the same richness. This gives your dishes that meaty, savoury boost without all the extra sodium. Use this combo in marinades, sauces, soups, or stews, anywhere you'd normally reach for Worcestershire. You'll get all the flavour complexity you love while keeping your sodium intake in check. Start with small amounts and taste as you go. A little goes a long way, and you can always add more. Over time, your palate will adjust, and you'll notice just how much flavour can come from smart ingredient swaps rather than salt. 5. No salt marinara. Love pasta but want to avoid the sodium bomb hidden in jarred sauces? You can make a vibrant, restaurant-quality marinara right at home, completely from scratch. Start by sautéing garlic and onions in extra virgin olive oil until fragrant and golden. Then add crushed tomatoes along with fresh or dried basil and oregano for that classic Italian aroma. Sprinkle in a pinch of red pepper flakes if you like a little heat. To balance the natural acidity of the tomatoes without adding sugar, try adding grated carrot or a spoonful of roasted red pepper. Both give sweetness and depth naturally. Simmer gently to allow the flavours to meld. Just before serving, finish with fresh basil and a drizzle of Evu to elevate the sauce with richness and complexity. The result? A cosy, comforting bowl of spaghetti or lasagna that tastes like it came from your favourite trattoria, but with full control over sodium and ingredients, making it far gentler on your heart and kidneys. This sauce keeps beautifully in the fridge for 4 to 5 days or freezes well in portions, so you always have a quick, healthy and flavourful option ready. 6. Mushroom oyster sauce hack. Missing the deep, glossy umami of oyster sauce? You can recreate it at home with much less sodium using simple ingredients. Start by reducing low-sodium vegetable broth with dried shiitake or porcini mushrooms, or even a high-quality mushroom powder, until it becomes rich and flavourful. Next, add a splash of coconut aminos for that salty sweet depth, a touch of rice vinegar for brightness, and a tiny cornstarch slurry to give the sauce a glossy, restaurant-style finish. The result is a deeply savoury, umami-packed sauce perfect for stir-fries, glazes or drizzling over roasted vegetables, without the heavy sodium load of traditional oyster or fish sauce. Adjust the intensity by using more or fewer mushrooms and a gentle hand with the coconut aminos. You'll be amazed at how rich, satisfying and versatile this swap can be. Your taste buds won't miss the salt, and your heart will thank you. If you're over 60, it's time to take a serious look at the sauces sneaking excess sodium into your meals. Let's hear from you. Which salty sauce sneaks onto your plate the most? And which low-sodium swap are you excited to try first? Drop your answers in the comments so we can troubleshoot together and share tips for keeping meals flavourful, satisfying and heart-healthy. Always remember, eat like a person, not a patient. Flavour, enjoyment and health can coexist. Thank you for watching, and here's to tasty, low-sodium meals that love your heart back.